Welcome to Check the Meta. This week is a little bit of a calm before the storm, but there are still some very important champs that got changed and an update to my new favorite item. First, of course, Gangplank is back from the dead. Although he's still just an average pick and he can't really stand up to either the lane bullies like Tryndamere or Renekton, or people with constant poke like Rumble, Ryze, and Gnar, which are all at the top of the meta for top lane. Also, he will always have one of the hardest counter picks in the game in Pantheon, so when you see Gangplank getting played, which he will be played a lot, especially for the free skin, you can always counter pick the crap out of him with Pantheon. Also being introduced to the top lane is the new Fiora. I think this is a huge buff for her. Although players will have to be smart about using her ult, you can't just press R under the enemy tower and get the free kill. But with her increased mobility to get out of sticky situations and also having a huge AoE heal on her ult in team fights, you will see a lot more of her and her rank in the meta will go up. We will just have to see how far up it goes. And this will bring me to the most annoying change, the buffs to Teemo. Why they decided to buff Teemo, we will never know. But luckily, he still isn't a meta pick. But that won't stop people from playing him. Just keep your eye out for people that are picking him and use those trinkets. Upgrade to have a pink every few minutes or sweeper, and place those pinks down and sweep all the time. Now moving to jungle. The jungle as a whole hasn't seen many changes this patch, although a few big changes. I'm glad to see Echo getting some pretty large jungle nerfs. Of course, he'll still be a late game monster, but only if he's built AP. The majority of his nerfs hit his tank build, so he can no longer just live forever. He is forced to build some damage to be relevant in the game at all. This does push the tank meta further away, taking arguably one of the strongest tank built champs out of the jungle. He's still very good mid. There are also some minor nerfs to Nidalee to just reduce her nuking abilities late game by hitting 1 or 2 spears and killing people. She's still very powerful though, and you'll see her still being played quite a bit. Now to the bot lane. Having arguably the best ADC Sivir getting nerfed allows for the conversation of other top champions, but I still think she's at least still in the top 3. None of these changes reduce her damage, and her fight initiation is still crazy strong, especially with the right team around her. The only thing this is affecting is when she ults in lane. You have to use it more wisely because you have less initial closing power near towers, but even if they push just past river, you still have enough time to catch them and kill them before they would reach the tower. And last but definitely not least, Zeke's Harbinger. I love this item, but some people are looking at this as an overall nerf, but I think it's a buff. Yes, you get the stack slower, but I would have argued you got them too fast before and you couldn't control them. Even if you timed the stacks perfectly, the duration of the buff was too short. So if you procced it at the beginning of a fight, it wouldn't last the whole team fight, or even it wouldn't last long enough to kill some tanks even mid-game. Now the duration is longer and you can better control when you proc it. This will allow you to better control the item and engage with it right when you want to and have the biggest effect on teamfight. This item is still incredibly strong, and every casting or range support should get this item very early in the game, first or second item. That was your meta check for this patch. Let me know what you think. Feedback is always important to me. Leave that in the comments below, or if you just want to hit the like button to give me some instant feedback, that works perfect too. The next patch will be a doozy, so don't forget to subscribe to see that as soon as it comes out. If you haven't seen my other video already, you can click that right there. As always, I'm Nomsensical, and I'll see you in the next video.